This is the tutorial video for a basic spreadsheet with charting some M&Ms by color. So you can see that once you have this open, the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to File and then Make a Copy. The Make a Copy is allowing you to actually edit your own sheet so that you'll have then one that you can be working on. So that's our first step for this process. After you have that, you'll need to take the colors of M&Ms that you have in your bag and arrange them in here. So you can see that I've got some sample data. I've got 5 blue, 8 orange, 5, 7, and 6. So there's my sample colors. That's just manipulating the data. Now, once we have the data, what we want to do is we want to actually start to do some formula work. This is the wonders of the spreadsheet. So you can see that I have my cell highlighted here in column B in row 8. And so I'm going to build a formula that's going to add up all of these. To build that formula, all I do is I press the equal sign. So the equal sign says that you're going to be inserting a formula. And I'm going to type the word sum. And you can see that it gives me a number of different types of summing. I just want a straight sum right now, and so I selected that. And then I'm going to highlight my column here of values. So I'm summing from B2 to B7, and when I hit enter, it actually adds that up for me. So that's building a simple formula to actually sum some values and let the spreadsheet do the work for me. I want to make a percentage by color, so I want to actually take that one as well. To do that, I'm going to actually take the total number of that color and divide it by the total number of M&Ms in the package. So again, I'm going to start with an equal sign. So I have my equal sign. I'm going to click on the B2 one, which is my blue color, and then I'm going to divide that by my total. Now, because my total only shows up in one cell and I want to kind of fix that cell, I use these dollar signs. So I'm going to go up into my editing bar here, and I'm going to put a dollar sign in front of the B and a dollar sign in front of the 8. And what the dollar signs do is it actually allows me to fix on that cell. So it fixes the row and it fixes the column. So I stay in B and I stay in 8. And now I can go ahead and hit enter, and you can see that it turns it into that percentage. If it doesn't give you the percentage right away, you can just format it as a percentage, and that'll then give you that. Now the quick thing here is I'm going to actually take all of that formula that I just made. I'm going to grab this little blue square down here, and I'm going to drag that blue square down to the bottom, and it'll give me the percentages for each of those colors. So now I have all my data. After I have my data set up, I want to go ahead now and create a chart. So we're going to create 2 charts in this tutorial. We're going to create first a chart that's going to be just a bar graph, and then we're going to create a pie chart. So we're going to show both of those types of data. So the first one we want to do is that bar chart. So I'm just going to go over here to the Insert a Chart button. You can also go over here to the Insert column and go down to Insert a Chart. Either way gets you the same information. And then I want to select my data. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and select my data. Now this first chart is going to be the easy one because I want to do color versus numbers. So we're just going to make a quick bar graph. And I'm only going to take the colors, not the total. So when I highlighted that, it actually gave me this syntax or this labeling that says charting M&Ms. That's the page that we're on down here at the bottom. And it's A1 through B7. So A1 through B7. And we don't have to click another range or add another range or anything. We're just going to say OK to this. Now it's already going to try to give me an idea of what I may want to do with this. I am going to select the bar chart, and we're going to make sure that we're going to use row 1 as our header. And so we have row 1 as our header. We're going to go into the Customize tab, and this is where we can put in our title. Okay, number of M&Ms M&Ms by color. Okay, we've got that listed. We can now go ahead and the legend thing is one of those things that if we had multiple things we'd want, I'm going to take the legend out so that we don't use that. And then I'm going to go down here to my horizontal axis. Okay. I don't need a title for my horizontal axis. Maybe we want to put in this as, or we could call it like plain M&Ms. Okay. And then we can look at our left vertical axis, and we can title that one. And we'll call this just number. Okay, so now we just made a quick little bar graph of this. Now, I do have my series here, and it's in these particular colors. I don't think I can change the colors of those at this point, but I'm basically done and happy with my graph. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that graph. So I've inserted that graph, and now it's there on my page. So you can see that there's my graph. Just to kind of move it out of its way, I'm going to go to the little drop-down menu here on the side, and I'm going to move it to its own sheet. Okay, so now we can look at just that sheet. Now the nice thing is that we can actually publish this. We could save this as an image, so it could be put into another document, but that's really kind of something that we can look at from a bar graph point of view. I'm now going to click back on my data. And now let's do that pie chart. So we want to do just a quick pie chart of maybe the percentage by color. So again, I'm going to go back to my insert a chart. And this time I'm going to select my data range. But because I don't want all of the information, I want just the two columns. I'm going to highlight my color column. And then I'm going to add another range. And this time I'm going to add the percentage by color. And say OK. So now it gave me my two things. Now here again it recommends a chart for me, and it actually is recommending the one that I want, which is a pie chart. And you can see that it gave me my nice pie chart. It shows me all of my different percentages, and the key's nice except that they're off in different colors. So we'll see if we can fix that this time. So I'm going to go back to my customize button, and I'm going to give it my title here, and it's M&Ms by color, and we're going to leave that legend in there this time. This time we'll go down here, and we're going to see that in our series we have blue. Okay, blue is okay. Let's go to the orange one, but this time we're going to select the color orange. And let's go to yellow, and we'll select yellow for that one. And we need to change the red one. And the green one. And then finally our brown one. So there you go. We can actually make that graph in that sense. It looks nice. I'm going to go ahead and say insert at this point of view. And again, I'm going to make this its own page so that it's off my data page. So there you go. That was making a couple of charts in Google Docs or Google Spreadsheets. And so now I hope that that helps, and we'll see you in the next, or talk to you in the next tutorial.